There would be a lot of process updates, there would be a lot of growth initiatives taken by the organization which cannot be understood by the employees. So starting from the strategy level to that of the production level, the floor level, he needs to be the overall supervisor in charge. Delegation and supervision is, of course, the core factor of a managing director, where he has to supervise the managers, officers, ensuring that the company objectives are met on time. Good morning and welcome to the first session in Unit 3, second semester Company Law and Practice for BCom, where we are going to talk about company administration. Now, what is company administration? Distinctively, if we have to speak, it is into two different concepts. The first one is where you're talking about the administrative functions, and the second one where you're going to talk about the involvement of the operational level. Now, when I talk about administrative function, it's about handling the various process of the company. So that might be involving HR, finance, marketing, sales, operational level activities. Now, what happens here is that in the factor of administration, as we are talking, there is a day-to-day task involvement that goes inside. So it might be, as simple as handling a small query or a negotiation, that of a conflict resolution. Everything comes under administrative powers. In the second part, I'm going to play the role of a legal process where an external administrator is going to be appointed to investigate the company's financial situation and the potential restructuring. So this is quite an extensive role that we are speaking about in the company law. Proceeding further, we're going to talk about the role of the company's internal administration. An administrative department oversees various aspects of company's daily operations, including financial management, strategic planning, budgeting, legal affairs, and other needs. Responsibilities like administrators manage the task, respond to queries, organize meetings, supervise and administrative personnel. Importance, as we are coming, effective company administration ensures the smooth functioning and support of overall goods and activities. So which means the administration is all about looking into the well-being of the company. So now you cannot say that I belong to only one department and this is not my concern. As an administrator, your role is to understand the do's and don'ts of the organization. You are probably like a guide who is going to take your employees to the next level, make them understand the importance of function and process that runs through the organization. Now, there are many times when employees come back to you, they will ask you different types of questions. They might have different doubts altogether. They might also feel that certain processes are not up to the mark. So the role of an administrator there becomes prominent. Why? Because he has to make people understand and make them achieve the goals as per the needs of the organization. Now, be it any department, there would always be some kind of challenges. I would not use the word trouble, but I would like to use the word challenge here. Why? Because as organizations keep growing, there would be a lot of process updates, there would be a lot of growth initiatives taken by the organization which cannot be understood by the employees. So the primary duty of an administrator is to make the employees understand the need for growth and smoothly adjust and manage the organization functions. Followed by which the managing director, the powers and duties that we are going to talk about in today's company law. The managing director is a high-level executive responsible for overseeing the company's operation, strategy, performance, and he acts like a bridge between the board, shareholders, and the executive team. The moment the way I use the word managing director, so that means he is a person who is going to manage the overall activities of the organization. Now, he is a full-time person employed by the organization who is going to act as a bridge, which means he's going to be a communicator between the board, shareholders, and the executive team. So the responsibility of a managing director is quite high because he cannot give any excuses. He needs to know about each and every activity that is going on inside the organization, and he also needs to oversee the day-to-day operation. So starting from the strategy level to that of the production level, the floor level, he needs to be the overall supervisor in charge. Now, the duties are quite different, diversified for a managing director, and he has a very, very significant role when it comes to corporate governance, which means he has to be clear enough, he has to be transparent, he has to be accountable, and he has to run the organization in the most ethical manner as far as possible. Now, moving further, let's talk about the key powers. The first thing is that he develops and implements the business strategies, sets the financial targets, approves major expenditures, and all the high-level decisions, ensuring the alignment with company policies and objectives. Now, many people think that moment I become the managing director and CEO, that means I'm the number one of the organization. I have all the power and authority to do whatever I want. But the reality is that you are subjected to so many terms and conditions, checks and balances. The reason being is that you are supposed to run the company as per a specific goal or target and not take up just authority to your own basis. So as a managing director, your role would be primarily to set the goal and align the company according to the goal and keep running. So the policies and objectives should match and they should be in tandem so that the company is able to achieve its target. And when it comes to the financial management, the managing director oversees the company's financial performance, including budgeting, forecasting, ensuring strong financial health for the company. They analyze the market trends. They understand what are the necessities, what are the needs, how do we need to take it, how do we need to move forward in terms of expansion and improvement. Now, the next thing is that the operational management. Now, he also needs to talk to the various operational heads. They might include HR, finance, marketing, training development, all the senior management who report to him. So all these people are not just reportees, but they are the eyes and ears of the organization. So they tell the managing director the position of the company in terms of performance. So for a managing director, one has to understand what are the critical challenges that are being undergone by each and every department so that we are able to ensure the smooth functioning of the organization. Now, from a leadership and guidance perspective, everybody looks into the managing director as a leader who can stand by all times, guide the organization, take up various challenges, provide them that kind of performance, motivation, and innovation so that the business negotiations, the process, everything is held in the best way. Now, for a company, managing director is not just a position or a title, but it is the post that is everybody looks upon. It is that title, it is that the presence that makes the organization a strong leadership role. Followed by which we're going to talk about corporate governance, which is becoming a very, very important topic these days. The managing director plays a very crucial role in corporate governance, ensuring transparency, accountability, integrity within the company. They report to the board, keep them informed about the business strategies, budget targets, and industry development. So this is very, very important. This becomes very, very important. Why? Because you're talking about transparency, accountability, and integrity within the company. They report to the board and they keep them informed about business strategies and the targets and industry developments, which means to say that at some point of time, the managing director needs to know everything, and at the same time, he should not disclose the secrets to the public. He should maintain the integrity, the values of the company, guide the company accordingly, make the employees believe in the values of the company and should stick on to them. That's where it becomes an ethical and a transparent governance standard altogether. Delegation and supervision is, of course, the core factor of a managing director, where he has to supervise the managers, officers, ensuring that the company objectives are met on time. Now, let's go on to the whole-time director. The whole-time director is a company director who works full-time for the company. He starts, being a key part of the senior management. He is responsible for the day-to-day operations of the company, responsibilities. He provides leadership and managerial roles, oversees the company's management and administration, makes significant decisions on behalf of the company. So as a whole-time director, you are a person who will be looked upon in terms of involving with the senior management team, trying to understand what are the key factors, how the companies need to run, and how you need to provide leadership and management, where you need to look into in terms of the administration perspective, and at the same time make significant decisions on behalf of the company. You're also involved in appointment of leaders, followed by which the board of directors appoint the whole-time directors, which is very important. To be appointed as a person, you must already be a director of the company. The board approves the appointment on terms of remuneration. And then we talk about the appointment, the term, how many years you're going to be there. A company can appoint or reappoint a whole-time director for more than 5 years, not more than 5 years at a time. That's what is the very important thing. Reappointment can be made earlier than 1 year before the end of the current term. So that's how the rules have to be followed when you want to become a whole-time director. Followed by which the independent director, who provide independent advice and oversight of the board. Now these days when we talk about this independent director, these are the personalities who actually give insights into the company in terms of functionality. They actually help to improve the credibility and governance standards. Because of the valuable experience they have in a particular field, in a particular area, they can probably give the company lot of suggestions, ideas as in how to run the company, where you can improve your standards, where you can bring in innovation, and how the company should run for a betterment. Similarly, when you look into the qualification, they should have been a partner or executive director in some companies, board directors or consultants. They can also become independent directors. Now, these are people who are outside. They're not related to the company. They are neutral people altogether. Followed by which the purpose, because of the transparency and the future ready perspective, we are bringing these roles into the organization. They're both biased and unbiased personality altogether. In terms, when I talk about this unbiased, these are people who have a wealth of experience to the table. They are appointed by the board of directors as a nominee directors. They are part of a nominating committee. Shareholders can also do the petition for a shadow director here, which means they can also put in their vote. Now, the importance of independent director as per the Companies Act of 2013 is that every listed company should have at least 1/3 the number of directors as independent directors. So suppose you are going to have 10, that means at least 3 should be an independent director there. With this, I come to the end of this particular session. I hope and believe that all the facts and figures spoken here would be of a great value and help to you. In the upcoming sessions, we are going to talk more about the roles of auditors and its personality. Until then, stay tuned, stay blessed, and stay enlightened forever. Thank you once again for joining me today on this wonderful session.